if we look at those two setups just in terms of the shaft position there, you can see how that's probably tilted forward. Again, it's tough to put a number on it, but again, a degree or two forward of the ball there. It felt massively forward, didn't it? Okay. This was your one on the left-hand side that was the before. So at the top of the backswing here now, we got that tilt. Your head's gone that way. It's all ziggy-zag there, and the hands are up there where it's a bit of a slide and a tilt. This was the one that felt flatter. Now what we'd want to try to do is make sure really that your head is, for the most part, staying here. We're just going to rotate around there. The second we start tilting this way, that's where the pressure goes on the low back. This on the right-hand side was the one that you said felt shorter and really compact, okay? That's so funny. You see your head still starting to go a little bit. It's a shorter arm swing, but there's still, look at the shoulder turn. You still have a 90-degree shoulder turn. Your shoulders are still rotated. If we think where they started, your shoulders start kind of there. So if they rotate through 90 degrees, your shoulders are going to end up somewhere on that yellow line. If we watch when you go back, pretty much on that yellow line, aren't they? It's down to the left, basically from left shoulder to right shoulder. That's a full swing, which is why you're not really losing any distance. Because A, you're getting a better strike. We can gain more distance if the arms work a little bit more around this way, and I think in some ways soften a little bit. They get sort of quite rigid and up that way. You said yourself, I was trying to push my left arm away straight. Don't want the left arm straight. We want speed in the golf swing. So to create speed, most body parts need to be loose. Hands, grip, shoulders, and all this stuff. The tension's created down the side of your body here where you're coiling. Okay? But as long as you're coiling better this way, okay, rather than that way, and a simple little drill you could do, okay, you can get someone and whatever, put their hands to the side of your head and just try and rotate with them putting their hands here, okay, miss your wife or miss whatever, you put your hands on the club, okay, and just stay there, okay, or up against a wall, get your forehead there and don't let your forehead move, okay, because if your head's up against the wall then your golfing posture, you just rotate and see how far you go. So you'll start feeling this right hip. What we want to try and put, everything needs to start going more around yourself rather than sliding and tilting. Because that you can just look at that position there. It looks like
the videos you took. It was just last year. I looked at them recently. It's like
but that's where you're going to get a lot of pain, you see, aren't you? If you're in that position there, you can see now how that back's going to be a problem area, isn't it? Okay. And if you imagine your hips are doing this, your lower back's going side to side, while at the same time trying to rotate. So it's doing that, and it just it's going to be a problem. Okay, so we can just get a little bit more of a, I suppose in some ways, not so much of a shoulder tilt, more of a turn, and a bit more of an arm swing. So the arms going a bit more to the top of the back swing rather than this way. Because if you try and keep your arms straight, they can't go back that far. You see, let your arms go back a bit further because your left arm really hasn't gone much across your chest at all, is it? If you look at tall players, they'll turn as far as you've done, but their left arm's up here and the club's there. Now, a lot of that's due to just your engine, your shoulder size and mass, and in general your range of motion through your left arm. Whether you can get your left arm across your chest, keeping it fairly straight across here, or whether you get to about there somewhere before you start moving that, is kind of your own range of motion, which you can check in a second. But if we can get your back to rotate better, as I said, it's going to create, number one, a healthier movement. So when you play 18 holes or 27 holes or golf day with the boys, you're not in the bar going, oh, my back hurts, and feeling horrendous the next day. Or if you go on a golfing trip with the boys for 3 or 4 days, by day 2 or 3 you're like, oh, I'll miss this one. Exactly, and you enjoy it because then you're losing the enjoyment because it's pain. So keeping that head more central, getting more of a rotation around your body doesn't need to mean that you've got to try and rotate. I mean, that's the rotation now that's going through 120 degrees, and you might go a bit further. Yeah, you go even further again. So it's probably around there somewhere. So yeah, it's just too much for your back to take, mate. And because of that now, when you get in that tilted position, once you then start unwinding, you've got to come over the top. You've got to come over the top. You have to. Otherwise, or you then try to reenact the backswing by tilting the other way, and now you're going to come in. So your back's then doing, not going to enjoy that one, are we? So does that make sense, though? Yeah. Good. Okay.